Blacklist Hunter here, and today we're going to talk about Hisoka vs Razor and why it's such a close fight. To be honest, Hisoka is that bar which we fans have set for Hunter x Hunter characters which are truly strong, so we can compare them to the dangerous magician. I want to start off with some statements from two other strong characters like Bisky and Finks. Bisky has stated about both Hisoka and Razor that they are truly strong. That sentence coming from a Nen user of the highest level speaks for itself, as Bisky can definitely recognize the powerful Nen users. Finks, on the other hand, when he first saw Razor, immediately thought that Razor is tough, while as for Hisoka, he actually threatened to kill him in Greed Island, suggesting that Finks somehow thinks he can actually take out Hisoka. As for Hisoka showing no interest in fighting Razor one-on-one, there could be many reasons. For example, he was focused only on fighting Crollo, or Hisoka probably thought Razor is somehow restricted in the game and can't offer him that one-on-one powerful fight, but probably Hisoka was satisfied in actually beating him in his own game, which was dodgeball, which he managed to do, or could be something else we can never find out. Both Hisoka and Razor are extremely skilled at using Nen, but in the proficiency chart by Yoshihiro Togashi, Hisoka is stated to be a genius at Nen mastery, while Razor only being great at using it, but really don't take it at face value. Although Razor's Nen type is a mission, he is quite skilled at enhancement, but we can say the same about Hisoka. He is a transmuter, but similar to Razor, can use enhancement at about 80% proficiency. We know enhancers are able to increase their physical attack and defense capabilities significantly in combat, and if Hisoka and Razor went at it fighting one-on-one in combat, no weapons, no aura attacks, nothing, just punching and kicking, they would definitely inflict damage to each other. Razor does have more aura reserve since he powered and made most spells work in Greed Island, but if we take the version of Hisoka who fought Crollo in Heaven's Arena, he definitely has the pure physical power to actually do some damage to Razor. We know Nen enhancement plays a crucial role in one-on-one fight. Hisoka's physique in his fight with Crollo was monstrous, but we can say the same about Razor. Both are extremely powerful physically, and certainly Hisoka and Razor can use the advanced applications of Nen, Ken, Ko, Ryu, and Shu. If both of them went at it with just physical power, with their aura of course, it could go either way since Hisoka has shown to have extreme endurance. All that fighting in Heaven's Arena, being overwhelmed by puppets, taking lethal hits and even surviving explosions, and he still didn't show any fatigue or sign of stopping. I believe it's the same about Razor. He is fearless and resilient, has a steel-hardened mind which never gives up and goes further beyond until he takes out his target. Hisoka and Razor are dangerous in close combat, although I would give just a bit of a slight advantage to Razor in close combat since he clearly has more aura reserve. If Razor is attacked by Hisoka using Ko repeatedly in his attacks, Razor can definitely block by using the Ken technique. They would be going at it until one runs out of aura capacity, and ultimately it would be down to who has better aura flow control and better usage of Nen, who is faster, who can manage to hide and predict the next attack correctly. Although even if Razor does have more aura and is a bit stronger physically, that doesn't mean Hisoka can't actually deal significant powerful blows. And we know Hisoka is a genius in using Nen. He is more efficient in using it as well, so he probably can maintain his aura longer even though he has less aura than Razor. Indeed, Razor was a feared criminal which took Jing himself to capture, and we know who Jing is, a top 5 Nen user in the entire world. Both Hisoka and Razor have shown their powerful Ren. Their aura is certainly frightening and extremely strong, which is fueled by their strong will. Hisoka uses cards as his main weapon which are powered by aura, an advanced application called Shu which envelops the object with aura, making it lethal. Razor is also highly proficient at using Shu, which he displayed in the dodgeball game by making the ball throwing power extremely deadly. Razor was an S-ranked criminal who probably hadn't met his match before Jing showed up, meaning nobody could manage to capture Razor. He probably killed the hunters who were trying to get him. Hisoka is so deadly, every opponent he has fought seriously before Crollo has gone to the next world, giving Hisoka immense experience in combat, tremendous nen mastery and skill. Razor can emit his aura, creating a sphere of it, and attacking with such power he destroyed a boat from a distance. Hisoka can use bungeegum, which as we know has the properties of both gum and rubber, making it extremely durable, flexible, and perfect for both attack and defensive purposes. It's so strong when Razor redirected Gon's full rock attack ball, it didn't tear off but absorbed the force of the ball, and Hisoka actually managed to redirect it back to Razor. Razor has the 14 Devil's Nen ability, in which he is able to create and manipulate 8 Nen beasts, which when 2 of them fused were able to stop Hisoka's throw and also prevent him from retrieving the ball with bungeegum. Furthermore, Hisoka stated that the beast was a strong one, so if Hisoka and Razor fought and Razor used his ability, even though Razor's aura is reduced a lot in the process of maintaining the Nen beast active, Hisoka would be attacked from every direction. Although considering Hisoka's performance while being overswarmed by puppets in his fight with Chrollo, I believe Hisoka would be able to take out many of Razor's devils somehow, by either attacking them with something by using his bungeegum or straight up ripping them apart by using his ends enveloped with aura. Hisoka would probably pick up something and attack from a distance with bungeegum until he takes them all out. He has done this many times in his fight with Chrollo, and even if the puppets can pass a lethal object between them until they attack Hisoka, they wouldn't succeed as Hisoka is very perceptive and quite fast and flexible. The issue, however, is Razor's deadly and precise emission aura attacks, which if they manage to hit Hisoka, it would be game over. It doesn't matter how much aura Hisoka tries to use for defense, Razor's aura output is so compact with such brute force, it's impossible to defend against unless you're Isaac Netero. Hisoka's and Razor's stats in the data books are similar, the only difference being ingenuity, so clearly Hisoka is way more creative. Hisoka's ability to adapt to any situation and create plans on the spot in the middle of intense fighting situations is remarkable. Razor is certainly keen, but not at the level of Hisoka. That's what gives Hisoka the advantage. Now we can't say anything about post-mortem Nen Hisoka. While it's implied he got significantly stronger, we don't know how much power he obtained to give a fair assessment. Razor clearly has too much aura output and brute force, however he lacks the cleverness of Hisoka. Hisoka definitely is not using any psychological tricks like he has done before against Razor, since the man's mental fortitude, patience and state of mind is unbreakable. But depending on the environment, Hisoka can lay traps, like for example in a forest he is too flexible and can use bungeegum in hundreds of different ways to actually get an upper hand on Razor. Razor can only rely on his emission attacks if he is forced to gather the aura by deactivating his Nen beast. Hisoka is definitely avoiding his aura attacks, and he could manage to lure Razor closer and closer into his traps. One way this can happen if Hisoka somehow makes Razor angry enough to keep attacking repeatedly or using aura spheres emission attacks, or maybe even an ultimate sphere attack with triple the size we've seen before, and while he throws it at Hisoka with full force, Hisoka manages to escape using bungeegum, and while Razor is weakened enough, Hisoka can go for a strong attack, possibly even just by using cards just like he did against Goto or Castro. Brute force is not everything. For example, Uvogin was a tank physically, but he still got defeated by Kurapika, who was physically inferior. Now, while Razor has a bit of advantage over Hisoka in pure one-on-one fight, Hisoka has the sly fox advantage in his disposal. Just as a fox, he is tricky and unpredictable. He isn't called Hisoka the Magician for nothing, and we are talking about Hisoka here, not your day-to-day average blacklist hunter who may have tried to capture Razor and obtain the bounty reward. Based on the environment, it can go either way, but I think 7 times out of 10 Hisoka wins. I say that because in an open field, if Hisoka has no weapons to fight and throw using bungeegum, Razor does have a bit of an advantage, but we know Hisoka doesn't give up until the very end. His endurance is next level. However, if Hisoka prepares for the fight like Chrollo did, he is winning against Razor, be it in a forest, in an open field, or a rocky-like environment. His creativity and on-spot improvisation are really something which he displayed in his fight with Chrollo. Hisoka has genius level intellect, and while Razor is sharp, he is not at the level style of Hisoka, Razor's best chance of winning is landing a aura emission attack. Hisoka has various methods to apply his bungeegum. Combine that with advanced applications like In and his true powered cards, it makes Hisoka truly deadly. If Hisoka can keep up with Razor in close combat, he can definitely manage to attach bungeegum somehow and use it to his advantage. Don't get me wrong, I'm not downplaying Razor, he definitely has some chance of beating Hisoka, but Hisoka has more fighting experience since he has been fighting non-stop, while Razor has been restricted on Greed Island far too long and possibly only fighting as an in-game character.